Hey guys, so I have a freaking crazy story. Okay, I know that nobody's gonna believe me. You guys are just gonna think I'm weird. I'll start at the beginning, somewhat at the beginning. So, I am an atheist, okay? I wasn't an atheist all my life. Just like, I don't know, maybe the past 7 years, 6 years, I don't know, something like that. I've always believed in all the gods and all the goddesses. I believed in all of them, and I never pushed back on that belief. It was just what was true in my life, and you know. Anyway, but I never believed in the Christian God. Like I never thought there was a guy named Jesus. That did miracles and died for our sins. I never believed that story. I believe that story came from even further back. Like that, you know what I mean? That was like, I don't want to get into a whole history thing here. But anyway, I wanted to give you that for a reason, okay? That information for a reason. Because, yesterday I was watching this video and they were talking about atheists and believing in God and stuff. And the person I was watching, I actually thought he must be an atheist. He's an asshole. So, not that all atheists are assholes, but this guy is like so terrible to other human beings that I really just thought, I don't believe he's a Christian. You know, most people who say they're Christian try to be good people. Okay. All right. So, I'm giving you that for a reason. So I was like thinking about it and I was like, man, because I don't want to be an atheist. I want to believe in God. I just don't. So I'm like, man, I wish I could believe in God. And then they were talking about miracles, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, man, I wish a miracle would just pop in front of me and go, hi, Meg, it's me, God. I'm real, you know. And then I kind of just blew the thought away. 5 minutes later, I'm like, I have to go take this trash out to the trash. So I bring my dog and I'm walking to the trash past a huge parking lot, right? And I'm walking straight and I look down. And I don't know why I looked down. I mean, I was just walking to the trash can that's all the way over there. And I stopped for a second and I just stopped and I looked down and I pick up and what I see on the ground are these three Jesus, right? There's three of them, right? And you know how the Trinity and, which also comes from before Christianity. But anyway, so there's three Jesuses laying in my parking lot, just randomly, right on the ground. I wasn't like looking for things on the ground. They just happened to be laying right there. But when I was walking, I stopped and then I looked down and they were on the ground. And at first I was like, oh, the little girls must have dropped their toys, and I picked them up and I'm like, wait a minute, this is Jesus. Like, and I'm telling you, this literally happened within minutes, less than 10 minutes after I was watching the show on YouTube, thinking, wish I believed in God again. Look, it doesn't make me believe in God. I'm not, still didn't, I want to believe in God, right? But if I believed in God, I would have thought this is a God thing, right? I think it's so funny. I'm like, oh, please let this be the beginning of something. Like, make this. Oh, please. If I still try to pray. I'm like, God, if you're up there, do you think you can make this the beginning of me believing in God again? I'm not never believed in the Christian God. I'm not talking about becoming a Christian and you know, believing in all that stuff. Like, I just want to have like a belief in a higher power that is the creator of a universe that put me here for a reason, right? I guess that's pretty, so that when I die, I could be like, hey, how you doing? And hopefully it's not all just blackness. You know what I mean? Like dead, done, boom. I think that's why I really, really now want to believe in God, because I'm so afraid of death. Anyway, I wanted to share that story with you guys because it just was. I'm sorry. It's just so funny to me. I'm hoping that it's like the beginning of my some kind of spiritual awakening of some sort. You know what I mean? Like that would be so cool. Again, I don't want to be an atheist. I'm not one of the people that push atheism. I just don't believe there's a God. I don't believe. It's not that I don't believe there's no God. I just don't believe there's a God, and I don't even know how to explain myself. Uh, you know what I mean? Like I'm hoping there's a God, and I want to believe in a God, and I feel like if I was more spiritual, maybe it would be, I don't know, like there'd be more of a happiness in my life and a joy to things, and like and because there used to be like an excitement, like, oh, the full moon is this weekend, we're going to go to a drum circle, and we would play drums and like just feel at one with the universe and the moon. It's like I don't feel it anymore. I don't feel any of that. Like the power of crystals I used to be into. I was all into paganisms. The third degree witch. I was in covens. I was in all that. High magic, low magic, ceremonial magic, everything from Laurie Cabot to Aleister Crowley. Like I was into all of it. I mean, it is what my tattoos are about, right? Like that's a unicrystal hexagram from Aleister Crowley, and that is from it shows other witches. I was into ceremonial magic. It's hard to explain, but anyway, so that's my weird story. Okay. Anyway, I worked on this a little bit. I added a little paint and some outline to try to pull it out. I've been working really hard on it. Like really, like I want to make this exactly how I'm seeing it. Like in my mind, I see this done already. I see how I want this to look, and I want to make sure the faces come out exactly perfect the way I really, really want them to. I've also pulled out a couple of the things that I worked on before, and here, like this painting right here. It's sideways right now. It's supposed to be long ways, and it has a second part, but I have that hanging up because I've been eyeballing that. I wanted to look at it on a different angle. Also, the green one here. I want to work on that. I'm trying to point at it while it's, or I'm looking at the camera. I want to work on this more outside, but it is so freaking hot, man. It's so hot. I'm also pretty much just about done. Sorry, pretty much just about done that painting. This one here. I mean, I think I want to outline a little bit of the plant, but I'm pretty much done. Period on that one. So I really like the way this came out. Actually, I like the way the books came out. I like the way the chair is, even though it's a little wonky. I want it that way. I like the way this came out. I like the way the floor, the wall, even the window. I like everything about this painting. I really like. So I think this one's done. Again, I think I'm going to put a little bit like of a little bit more outlining to the leaves. Yeah. But that's about it. That's all I'm going to do. And I'll probably use like my Posca markers for that because I really want to get a really good line. Where's that? Here. Where's that? It's like a shiny spot on here. Huh. I wonder what happened there. Anyway. Yeah, so I feel like there's something else I wanted to show you guys. There has been some other things that I wanted to show you guys, right? And every single solitary time I get off the camera, I'm like, I forgot. But, yeah, let me see. Oh, I don't know if I told you guys yet, but I'm working on a graphic novel. Like more like maybe what do you call it, a comic book, but it's going to be a true story about something in my life that, and let's see, okay, it's going to be in this book specifically. Hold on, let me put this here. I'm putting the microphone on. Okay, it's going to be in this book, and this one specifically. But I have. Where's my other one? Wait a minute. Wait. Where's the one I'm working on? It's got to be up here. Yeah, here it is. And just to show you what I'm doing. So in these books right here, I love doing like this kind of thing, right? So my plan is I'm going to do that book full of pages like this, like really cool, like decorative pages, maybe even just something plain like that, or plain like that. Let's see. Or like this, like, right? And on top of it, I'm going to be putting the graphic novel in. Now, here is, okay, I don't know if I want to show you guys it, but so right here is the idea behind my whole graphic novel. This is the first page I've tried to do. I don't know if I can show it on YouTube. Nobody's really, I don't think anybody's going to tell me. But anyway, so this is about drugs. So if you want, you can click off now before I show it. There's no blood involved because I literally only have the outline of some pictures of an idea I had. So, okay. So here's basically the beginning of the story. So it's going to be about a person on drugs, and it's going to end pretty badly inside the story. Like, say, here's somebody right here on the first page, right, first little square here. Got a little table with needles on it, little bags of dope, and somebody on the other side of this table right here shooting up, right? Somebody opens a door and they're like, "What are you doing?" And then they look up, huh? And then they got the needle hanging out their arm. You want some? And then the guy's face just like, yeah, okay. And then they slammed the door and he went, damn it, you really need to lock your door, dude. And then there's a picture of them setting up a bag of dope for this guy to do some dope. Okay, so anyway, that's basically what this story is going to be about. It's going to be about homelessness, about drug addiction, and it's going to be a true story of me in the 90s. But maybe, I don't really need to exaggerate anything because there's going to be some bad shit in it. So, but this is my idea that I'm going to do. I don't know what I'm going to call it yet, but I always had like this idea that like a while ago, I was going to have a fake rock band, and I was going to call ourselves Hippies with Guns, right? So I was always like, I kind of like that name, like Hippies with Guns. It like means nothing, right? And yet, like I thought maybe that could be the name of my book, Hippies with Guns. It's not about hippies, and it's not about guns, right? But there's a channel on YouTube called Wizards with Guns. And they're from like Orlando or Titusville in Florida. And I'm like, did they steal my Hippies with Guns from the early 2000s? And they heard me because I used to talk about it a lot. This is even before, like, there were before Facebook or MySpace and all that stuff. It was before that, even when I was hanging out in coffee houses talking about it, because we would like get pictures of ourselves with the instruments, and we were going to make like fake CDs and like sell them and hand them out, like, famous band, or just to have like posters of ourselves, like as rock stars, right? That was my idea. Like, I was weird back then. So anyway. So I was thinking like I was going to name the graphic novel Hippies with Guns. So anyway, I hope that doesn't have any kind of, with the Wizards with Guns. I don't want it to cause any problems with them or anything like that. I don't think it will, because it has literally nothing to do with guns or hippies, wizards or guns or anything. But I did live like as a hippie a little bit back then. I was I'd follow Grateful Dead. This is even when Jerry Garcia was alive, and to be honest, I really wasn't into the music. I was into the drugs. So that's what this is going to be about. So it's going to be pretty. So anyway, I wanted to share that with you. Okay. So that's the thing I keep forgetting to talk about. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed my video, and maybe see you tomorrow. Okay, bye-bye.